Hello and welcome, Anna Margarida Forte. It is so great to meet you. And this is the first time we're actually seeing each other on camera. I'm really excited to talk to you and welcome.
Angie, allow me to call you Angie because this is amazing. This is not only because it's technology, it's an honor first to be invited by you to end 24 with you. And when you invited me, I was in a very challenged day and I was connecting with myself to see if I can have a sign in transforming that energy. And suddenly my mobile phone, my like, and it was an email. I clicked it from Angie, and she's invited me to the red couch. Oh my God. And we have a beautiful story together. So, oh, it's so nice. It's magic. So I really
Yeah.
want to thank you and all your team and all of your viewers in all the platforms. This is a real honor. My inner child is popping up. I'm
Fantastic.
trying to calm
Can,
down.
can you show us the beautiful red dress that you're wearing in honor of the red couch?
Oh, yes, because it's cold here, but I have it and it's a red dress
It's
to
so
match with
Christmassy.
your couch. Because normally I don't use red, so this I believe this is the only dress that I have, and I said I need to wear it because it's a powerful color. Thank you
Yeah,
so much. And
we're
we
beautiful.
even know the power of the color. So we send all this energy to each one of you when or where you are going to watch this or listen.
Yeah, we are sending a lot of love to the whole
It's
planet.
it's true.
And I just wanted quickly to tell our viewers how we originally met, because I don't know, it's sometimes these things they stick in my mind. You contacted me in the middle of the pandemic. I think it was in the darkest times of the pandemic.
It was.
I had just recovered from COVID myself, and you asked me if you could interview me on expat mental health. And we did a radio interview for your radio show. And, if you think about it, at the time that we actually got to know each other only on this interview has changed all of our lives so much. And now it's 4 years later, and we're in a completely different state, you and I, both of us. So please tell us a bit more about why you do what you do and, how you got to where you are today.
Oh, thank you so much. But before allow me, because I believe the backstage of Red Couch and also Agora. Agora means now. It's a project I have for 7 years, and I made an agreement. It's a purpose and a vision to, instead of only me sharing a lot of knowledge and the investigation I've been doing for the last 30 years and devoting my life to uplift people, to provide them tools for the suffering being less, but this is where we are going to talk about that. When I was in the pandemic, I said, okay, let's find someone who will be in the same vibration,
Uh-huh.
that we are not going to share the word COVID or pandemic, but we are going to understand if you can bring like immunity to our lives, to our blood, to our body, to our feelings, to our mental health. And of course, I was looking for the best, and you were not on my network. So, because all of my network came, like all kinds of doctors and everything, you were not, but I was following you. I said, let's see if she allows me. And when we spoke, it was so magical because it was not with image.
Yeah,
After that, I started, is like here. So we are talking very low
yeah,
and with our headsets, and we were sharing. It was even emotional because you were trying to create in that moment a positive moment with tools and sharing some knowledge for everyone, and no one knew what was going on and when was going to finish. So we had to be in that high frequency. And today we are celebrating in red and purple. Imagine we didn't we didn't share this. So, and until the end, we were exchanging emails. So I just want to invite each one of you that is watching or listen, that life sometimes brings this. And sometimes you want it now. And imagine, Angie, just call me back to end 24 to share this with her 4 years later. So it's amazing. And I really want to honor you and thank you for this moment. So, of course, this will share and explain a little bit of my purpose in life. I took like a law degree because I had some experience and I lost a lot of people in my life, all my family. For my mother's side died from cancer very young. Since I was a little girl, I saw even my mom, even on my birthday, they were going like between 3 months and they were not smoking or drinking or even have like violence, emotional explosions. Because the people who know about this, sometimes we can check it. So, of course, I tried to help people because I knew that for some reason they were not fitting in this earth, like health issues and even working with the law. And of course, after that, I was a lawyer for a few and I had amazing experience. Also, I went to the foreign affairs, the Portuguese foreign affairs, and I was doing contracts. I'm specialized international private law. So I connect legislations from different countries and people. And suddenly I said, okay, I'm supporting this, but the people are still crossover. They are not happy. They are always trying to. They're not fulfilled. You know, even if they are doing their own dream, they say it's their own dream. If they are in different countries like me, I was an expat, so I had to go to other countries. And so I went to live in UK, working with an international flag company, working with customs service for 7 countries. And even the service was based in India. So I had to connect. And I said, well, and before that, I said, I need to do something. So I was always trying to focus on people, always trying to focus on how can I improve. And of course, my family give me all the tools. They provide me all the best education. They give me the strength. Imagine my ancestors giving the strength. As a woman, I went by myself to the world. Even today, December 24, it's not easy. And I said, oh my gosh. So I have an ancestors, they were warriors. How can I regain my feminine energy? So I was doing all kinds of training. So master in clinic hypnosis, so rebirthing, regression to past life, all kinds of tools that you can imagine for allow people in a short time to connect with their purpose in life, to release their body, have awareness, and release from their body all the memories and from the brain. And also, I said, okay, there's epigenetic. We can rewrite our story. Even if my grandfather, my mother, my uncles, my cousins died from cancer, I can rewrite my story. So I need to relearn how to breathe. What do I have to eat? How do I have to eat? So if I'm sad, I have the power to, in a nano moment, in seconds, to try to fill it up with an amazing thought. But then we are tested, like you, with all the tools. I was with no COVID at the moment. I was even blessed because I was living in Iceland, but I could not go out of an island. I was protected from the world. I even feel guilty, so I need to clean that because I was protected. Yeah. Only 360,000 people. But at the same time, I had to live the experience with volcanoes, you know?
Yeah.
So I could not go out with a whale. I need to deal with my own fears. So even this is just a shortcut to say, even if you study like me or you for the past 35 years, like every day in different countries, even called from different countries to different projects, even you have all the tools, you are always going to be tested. And
Absolutely.
I wanted this test to be smoother, and quicker, and you can regain and empower yourself, because all of these how do I say, all of these concepts, you know and are helping us, but at the same time there's so much information. That's why Agora is so important. That's why the red couch is so important, because and all of your projects, because the people can reach out and, okay, oh, I forgot about this. Oh, suddenly, thank God that Angie spoke about this on her channel. Oh, okay, there's someone, if they are sharing about this, let me try.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And when sometimes I speak to clients and they're very accomplished professionals, like yourself, they have everything in order, from the outside. But on the inside, they're suffering, or they have suppressed, their inner child or their inner creators. And we know, it's a long process to get to back to yourself and who you really are, and to get back to your source. And for me, you show all of that so well. You share your wisdom across the planet, across the world.
well,
Anna Margarida, tell me your
it is
secret. How did you get there? I understand, okay. I mean, we probably both have been through really tough times. We lost a lot of loved ones in your life, maybe also very early in life. And because
yeah.
of that, we developed a certain strength, and we can support others now going through these problems. What's your secret?
Angie, as you know, it's I have goosebumps.
Me
As you
too.
know, yeah. So we are connected. As you know, sometimes it's tiring. Even my last name is Forte, means strong.
Yeah.
So I always have to be strong. And sometimes this is the secret. We need to find a safe place.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we are, for instance, I was in Iceland. I did have not homeopath products, or of course, I had an amazing water with ionized, and the air was amazing. So we always have something, but is always missing something. As you said, even if you are a billionaire, there's always something, because we are here to be challenged. This is a journey, even if you don't believe in past lives, even if you believe, or if you don't believe, you don't reconnect with any religion. We are here. We are not planted to provide orange. We are human beings, so we are here to develop as human beings. And suddenly you said, well, we had COVID and we thought that people will be more empathic and more together. And suddenly, what do we see? More challenge, more violence.
Mm.
So even our brain every day, we were sharing about that. So we are people now that we can only survive with reels and stories. If you don't give me your content in 2 or 3 seconds, or if you are not have millions of followers, you are no one. So you need to see, in my perspective, you need to see behind the numbers. You need to see behind the scenery.
Mm.
You need to see behind. That's why the red couch, it's amazing. You need to see behind, because, for instance, I have on Instagram 3,000 something because I don't pay, but I have 25,000 people checking all my reels. They don't want to follow. And I'm not going to ask them, please, to help the algorithm to see me. Can you please? No, it's not my thing, because I can see, I can see behind, I can see the other. So I knew if for some reason I had a mission, I was prepared. And when I was a little girl, I wanted just to be a mom, just to be amazing in what I was doing. I never compete with anyone, but I was just competing with myself. And I was a little girl, very shy. I could not speak in public. I could not even, of course, I was doing a lot of things. I even recorded a disc, a CD. It was not a CD, but like,
Cassette?
yeah, the record play when I was 3. And then my father was a public figure, but I was always behind. He always told me she was invisible. That's why for me it was nice to do radio because it was invisible. That the person just focused on the message.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the podcast. You
Mm.
are not focusing, like you said, in the colors of what is behind us. You are just
Yeah.
like they're listening. That's why for us it was like insane when we connect on the radio because we just listen to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And that is also why I love writing. And I also as a teenager, I already wrote and published in like anthologies. And I loved writing. And then due to some trouble that happened in my family, I completely stopped. And like you, I became very focused and goal oriented, studied international business. I just wanted to succeed, basically, to maintain my existence and make a living. So that was, it
like
was
in
survival
survival
mode,
mode. Yeah,
survival
Angie,
mode for a long
survival
time.
mode.
Yeah. And through coaching and, some health issues, I found my writing voice again. That was maybe 15, 16 years ago. And then, suddenly this inner creator got louder and louder and wanted to talk. And now, here now, published 4 books and two manuscripts in the making, and podcasting, and all of these things. They're so good for my soul too. So aside
It's
from
amazing,
what we're giving to others, I really enjoy doing these things too.
Yes, it's amazing because I wanted to be invisible, but I wanted to share. And when I learned something, and when I was tested by life, something that even when I was going to the hospital and suddenly I was alone in an island in the middle of the ice, and suddenly I could, okay, this works. So I'm going to, because people say manifest, manifest, and everyone is saying the same thing. And suddenly you have billions of people who are not doing. Otherwise, the world would be more balanced, you know? That's why I had, like you said, I'm still shy because I was writing when I was young girl. I was even the best one in my mother language in my school. But then it was so intimate, it was so intense and with so many things that I stopped.
Yeah.
And when I started being a therapist, I had to do it again. And that's why it was so amazing when you were just sharing this with us, that for some reason, imagine, I just wanted to be with my family. And suddenly I was a woman of the world living in different countries, doing a radio show that is broadcast from many countries for 7 years, and radios and podcasts for different beliefs about business and iron happiness and high superior. And suddenly say, oh, she's talking about everything. Yeah, because we are everything. We are a universe. So we need to talk about everything. So if I have a politician that is already aware, or if I have a business billionaire that is already aware, because the issue is not the money, the issue is what we do with energy. It's because we don't have the values. And so this was another talk, yeah? So suddenly during the pandemic, they were inviting me to make a book. And suddenly I was the only Portuguese in the middle of a lot of Brazilian ladies and one gentleman. It was amazing because he has the male energy
Uh-huh.
about self-care. And suddenly, again, from United States, with a project connected with UK, they were asking me to write about the soul energy. I said, okay, I know, I need to write. Okay, maybe 25.
You can always contact me if you need a writing coach.
Yes, I will. Do you know what I'm saying? So the thing is, we write for ourselves, and sometimes that's the universe saying, and write a little bit about this and about this. And this is not, and several magazines and a lot, you know? So if we have to do something, if something is connected with our purpose, I'm so sorry. Whatever you believe, the universe, the energy, they will test you, they will invite you. And you need to be able to. Of course, it will be scary. Of course, I said, all the memories and all the emotion that you thought it was already treated because you did like 4,000 sessions or 200 sessions of, I don't know, like
Self-awareness.
video bands or coaching, and suddenly it happened even in your own company, because a lot of people were more rich after the pandemic. I work with 5-star projects.
Yeah.
I'm a consultant with 5-star projects, and they are more billionaires than they were ever before. Of
Yeah.
course, when you have money, when you have the energy, you can invest more. So we need to fill it up our energy with good people, with good air, with a safe place, because sometimes you need to just to retreat, to go to a safe place. And a safe place can be our car, or it can be like a resort in Maldives.
I
Okay.
I'm so interested in your retreats. I just had a thought though that I really would like to share with you. Um, but it's
Oh,
gone. It's
you are
gone.
amazing. It's okay. So suddenly I
Tell
started,
us about your retreats.
yes. So suddenly I had to invite again. Many years ago, like 25 years ago, I started with some journeys, because when there was a saying, and there's a saying in Portuguese that I'm going to translate like this:
Yeah.
be a Roman in Rome. So and I was traveling a lot, when I was going, of course, I had starting to, when I was driving, imagine, to Morocco, suddenly my eyes begin and I was dancing into it. Was a past my memory. And I said, okay, so what I was studying is true. When we connect to the country, it's something that you are connected again, even if you don't believe in other past lives issue. There's something there that you need to connect, check, understand, feel, and experience. And then you will return differently. I said, okay, so I'm going to start to do the business training on a cruise. Was like 25 years ago, on a cruise, but with a purpose. So they will enjoy, and at the same time, they will integrate this energy. So they will have pleasure. And then I was in a project, a therapist project, that it took people to the desert. And the journey started in Portugal, for instance, to Morocco. In the cart, it was very rough. You have to choose like a few things to put on your backpack. And it looks easy, but the exercise starts there. It's like when you have to move, Angie, and you live in a different country. When you have to move, which book do I will take? Because of course we have on our iPad, but the smell, that book, and okay, I can buy that new. Okay, but it's not the book. But this painting, oh, this picture, okay, I will leave everything. But a few years later, you will be challenged to see, is it checkout? Do you really are okay with this? You don't have this, you don't have that. Is it okay? So I started my retreats because I said, okay, the people go to India, but they will stay inside of for like 20 hours, like reading or doing yoga or something. They don't connect with the energy of the country. So I mix both. So I did, for instance, ones are retreats that the people are just there and they are just, or they are working with something in the company or by themselves. So one-to-one in the group or by the company or corporate exercises. But the thing is, for instance, I draw, and it's still unique in Portugal after so many years, 6 years. I draw one retreat that it was the Prince Siddhartha path, to show that it was the same of Jesus. But Jesus only lived here 33 years, and Prince Siddhartha Buddha lived more time. So I took a history teacher, but his experience was with hospitality. So he was working, he was the most well-traveled person in Portugal, already did all the countries around the world when he was like 40 something. So it was 70. So he went with me. And I invited him, and I also invite a Buddhist, a Hindu, and a Muslim for them to explain during the path, the journey. And we started in Nepal, and people came from Switzerland, from other countries. We started in Nepal to India.
Yeah,
And
that
in the
sounds like
end,
something I would have really enjoyed.
with astrology and feng shui, Ayurveda, everything was detailed.
The
I
whole
was
thing.
detailing all the journey. So I will invite you. We didn't do nothing. I will invite you to do something together about that. Would you like to?
Absolutely. I'm going to manifest a trip to Nepal.
For instance, yes.
Manifesting it right now. Putting it on the Santa wish list for this year. Anna Margarita,
A
if
wish list. So I
somebody,
was never manifesting that, but I will manifest to hug you in person. Okay?
please do that. Please do
At
that.
least to that in 25, because we already have.
I don't care where we're hugging, but just put it on the wish list. I
At
have,
least it's like a pearl. At least if I just hug you, even if I don't see you anymore,
yeah,
it was beautiful because we were not even exchanged. But there's a thing, because in 2 days, 1 week, no one is going to remember us. Is this soul connection, this emotional connection, that it will change our day. So today I'm more, you can see my energy is so lively. So of course I will have better moments today because you were in my life and I choose to be here. So if I will close my journey here, I will be completely fulfilled because I was sharing about a little bit of my purpose in life and my goals to 25. So hug Angie and or whatever in the world. And at the same time, I need to compromise with myself to release the book. Okay, write book and to release the book, because I'm doing to continue the projects. Then it's pro bono. Like I have an ONG now. It's called Master You Now. Just focus on training. So there's no excuse if you don't have any resource. My purpose is to support you on that. And also Agora, it's also the same. So I invite the best people in the world with more coherence. Because even if you were with COVID, you will be challenged. Because sometimes this is just a small note that people say, oh, the people who know more, sometimes they have the biggest challenge and they are sick. Of course, because they know. And of course, and they are humans. So, but if they are there, they go down, they come up again. So imagine she pop up. She was with me in the radio show, and suddenly she had podcasts, more books, and video casts, and everything. So this is an example. So we know the path, we know the way. So please just follow the people who can uplift you. I know that it's so challenged to be with toxic people, and our world's a little bit toxic. Just choose. Choose,
yeah.
for instance, to listen and watch the Red Couch and the God for 2025.
Follow the light.
Follow the light.
I wanted to ask you that question, if you had a younger version of yourself, someone who maybe aspires to be an expat, a young woman, 25 years old, just out of university, wanting to move to another country, maybe not daring to, maybe, even being suppressed by family members or, forced into marriage or something. What would you advise that young person?
First, I will advise to connect with someone, a therapist or someone who can help her to see if she's bringing all this eager to go out, if it's from her or it's from her ancestors, because sometimes constellations say that. And my grandfather was an immigrant. So I was a woman doing the man's thing on my family, and I was the one who chose on my family, a huge family, to heal us. So this is a huge responsibility, and you need to be prepared. So first to understand, what is your purpose in life? What is your mission in life? And if you really have to go, and if you have to go, I also try to do that. Try to prepare yourself. to see as much information you can have, not only on Instagram. Try to find all the organizations, local organizations before you go, to understand, because even if they failed the support, because that lady was so nice and picked the phone if that day is not there, you need to understand who is the organization can support you, because suddenly it can be in war or a pandemic, and who is going to help you and support you? So you cannot control it, but you have to be mature enough, because even being a woman, we need not to be warriors or survivors like me and Angie. We are now in the stage trying to support men and women to be their own balanced energy.
Yeah.
And we deserve that. So I believe that Angie and me, we are completely available to support, but I will do this, if I have someone, or even if please just prepare yourself. You're enough. You have enough tools. Oh, but I don't have that degree. Oh, I don't have, I don't know them. Okay, you can learn language. I know many languages, but the thing is, sometimes it's not enough. Because, for instance, I was living in different countries just with me. I was not by myself. So I had to learn to be happy with me, to go out with me, because I had a lot of people that I knew. I was always surrounded with hundreds of people. I'm always surrounded with hundreds of people. But sometimes they are just like this, or because of the culture. So you don't have to expect nothing. Just be happy with you, and then you will attract people who have to uplift you. So if they just want to use you, just remember that you are the most important person. And this is another belief that you need to reorganize, all of us, because our generation and the generations that came after, sometimes they say, oh, yes, I'm the most important people. You don't have to be selfish, because when you achieve good, you want to share it, because it's so good, it's so amazing, it's aesthetic that you just want to share it, at least me and Angie. So it's tested. When you are happy in a celebration in a group, you just want to celebrate and share. There's no competition. So, and you need to be very brave. I don't know if I helped.
I wanna reiterate what you just said about there's no competition. Because only people with a scarcity mindset, they think of competition. Other people,
It's
they
true.
think of, there's a space for everyone in this world. Everyone is loved, otherwise they would not have been put into the world. Everyone has a mandate, a purpose. And there's enough to go around for everyone.
It's amazing, Angie, because when I started Agora, they told me, oh, how are you going to interview mentors and other coaches if you are a mentor and coach? Amazing. Everyone is going to say the same thing, and in different countries in the same. So we're going to be a big net to support a lot of people. Isn't it amazing?
It is amazing. And there are not enough coaches for everybody. There are not enough therapists for everybody. There's still a lot of people suffering.
And thank you for your journey and for your service, Angie. Thank you so much. And thank you for giving voice. It's so good to be here with you. I just want to honor you. Thank you so much. I'm even emotional. You can see my.
Have you got anything coming up other than the book that you're going to write next year and the book launch that we all want to attend?
Yes.
Have you
I'm going
got
to have
anything coming up that you would like to tell our viewers about?
This is one of the things I learned. So the book, it's a responsibility. So I have something that is popping up now in January, something that I'm going even to invite you after we finish this interview to see if you would like to join me. And I'm going to continue with the communities, with the mentoring online. And if even online one day switch off, it's okay, because this is going to be my purpose in life. So I just want to share. So Agora is going to continue. The web TV Agora is going to continue. So I'm going to invite you to come to Agora web TV. Okay. If you have an agenda to come and share your amazing projects. So this is going to be, and also the journeys. And I'm going to invite you to see. I know that you have so many things, but to do what you do in a journey with an amazing group. in a safe place, with a happy place, when everything is already detailed. And if something happened, it will be magic because the energy is going to be amazing.
I love that. We have so much in common. I
Thank
love
you. And I
it's a
just
kind of
want to
magic.
ask, and just for you, because the people who know me knows that I never use red. It's not nothing against red. It's just because it's something. But I bought it because, you know, a red shoes and a red dress is something that you have to have an experience. And some people say, "Oh, you are blonde. You don't have." No, there's no need. When I was young, yes, but not now. So this was honoring you, okay, connected with your red couch, and to honor with all this energy, with your so lovely and the service that we do. Thank you for connecting with me for 4 years after. Thank you. I'm
Pleasure.
so glad. Thank you, because this will help me when I will feel weak or a little bit sad. I will lift myself. Remember, Angie, remember that email just popped up when you got, it was just a sign from the universe. So remember that because even when you do something that you love, because this is the only way to
Yeah.
do something that you love, your purpose, your mission in life, sometimes you need like a hug. So it's not a physical one, your email
A
was an
virtual hug.
amazing. It was, yes, to my soul. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure having you. All the best to you.
Thank you. Thank you to all the viewers, wherever you're going to watch. Thank you. And I just wish you the best. That 25 is going to be, even astrologically, is going to be the best year for you. So let's go. Let's do it. Just manifest. It's already done.
Thank you.